Hello and welcome to HCK NewsDesk, this Global Youth Day. My name is Nixon Rotemo.
And I am Sally Uriko. For years now, youth across the country have been going out and doing random acts of kindness in their various society. But what are these acts of kindness? Here's a clip explaining further on this.
Jesus told a story about a man in the street that needed help. Two church leaders passed by, doing nothing. They were too busy or too holy to get involved. Then, an ordinary guy saw the man in the street and stopped to help. Jesus asked, which of these three was a neighbor to this man? They answered, the one who stopped and helped. The story that Jesus told is as important today as it was 2,000 years ago. Together, as Adventist young people, we are called by God to make a difference in our world. The people we pass in the street are just as in need of God's love as the man in Jesus' story. We are called to see, feel, and to take action. God forbid that we pass by or that we leave people in our world feeling needy and neglected. As Adventist young people, our 8 million stories are part of something bigger. Global Youth Day brings us together as champions for the cause of Christ. Jesus commanded, go and do likewise. But we have to choose if we will answer the call. On Global Youth Day, millions of Adventist young people came together to change our world by loving others and helping those in need. They were bold and courageous in spreading the gospel. They said yes to Jesus' command. On March 18, 2017, 8 million stories will come together again as one voice, answering the call to be the sermon.
The Nairobi Station youth today gathered at Kenyatta National Hospital to flag off the East Kenya Union Conference Global Youth Day. Felix Adupa was in attendance and brings us the following report.
Op Channel Kenya joined the youth from Nairobi Station in celebrating Global Youth Day. We are here at Kenyatta National Hospital, where we are going to celebrate this event today. As you can see, numbers of youth are now coming in to celebrate this event. This event, a lot and a numbers of activities going to happen, including people are going to donate bloods, and numbers of activities going to happen here. Remember, this is a part of total membership involvement. Here at Op Channel Kenya, we managed to speak to some of the youth who have been here with us. What is your name and where do you come from and why are you here today?
My name is Felix Nyatigo. We are from Nairobi South Church and we came to participate in the blood donation and share the love that God has shown us.
This occasion, how useful is it to you? Yourself personally?
For me as a person, I think it is good to share the love that Christ has shown us. Christ gave his life, and we are told that the life is in the blood. And so this is one way of participating as Christ did, and to share in a more practical way the life that Christ has given us.
Can you tell us why did you participate in this Global Youth event, and especially to be here at Kenyatta National Hospital?
Actually, the main reason why we came is to save a life through donation of blood.
Apart from donation of blood, is there any other thing you can participate in this event?
Yes, we can participate in community awareness, reaching out to children at the orphanage home and the destitute children within the community around us.
I want to say this is Global Youth Day, which we were supposed to conduct in the month of March, somewhere on 20th, but because of the TMI program that was running in our conference and more so in Nairobi station. And we had a climax at Urbak. Therefore, it was not possible for us to hold in March. And that's why we landed on the first Sabbath of April. And today here we are.
This event was launched by CEO of Kenyatta National Hospital, Mrs. Lily Koros.
It is my pleasure and humble duty to declare the blood donation by the Seventh-day Adventist Youth officially launched.
Madam, I want to ask you, apart from donating blood, is there any other thing you feel like the youth from Nairobi station should participate in this event?
Thank you. First of all, may I take the opportunity to thank the youth from the Seventh-day Adventist for coming to donate blood to support the patients who are here. As I've mentioned, is that we have many patients and we have quite a lot of need when it comes to blood. Apart from the blood donation, there are other activities that the youth can actually involve themselves if they can engage with us. Activities like probably doing some social work in terms of the cleaning, in terms of the engaging with other patients, maybe if there are those who have the counseling experience, they can also interact with our patients. There are also patients who are needy in different ways.
In address to the youth, she thanked all the youth to participate in this event by donating their blood to Kenyatta National Hospital. She also appreciate and thank the organizer of this event, especially the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
For the youth, the Adventist youth, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for walking with us this journey for the last 5 years. I appreciate the church pastors, the officials who have actually managed to move this fast so that we can get as many people as possible coming to donate blood.
Hi, I'm Felix Adupo reporting for Up Channel Kenya here at Kenyatta National Hospital.
As youth are celebrating Global Youth Day in different areas of the country and of this county, Nairobi Station youths visited Kenyatta National Hospital where blood donation was taking place. Our reporter Beatrice Mwadime was on set and brings us the story.
We are here at Kenyatta Hospital in Nairobi, and youths have gathered here in large numbers. As you can see, they're so happy about everything. And here, I've just stood in front of a donation site. On my right side, this is where they've gathered, and they will take all the activities that are supposed to be taken, so that they will be ready to donate the blood. And just here, close to me, is where they test their blood to see either they can be able to donate their blood. And then here is where now the donation is taking place. As you can see, everyone is just on their bed donating their blood. Okay, tell us, how much do you need this blood and how do you feel about this event?
On a daily basis, we require between 80 and 100 units for patients in the hospital. Those who are undergoing surgery, those who are cancer patients, mothers who are delivering. And so we need this blood. It's a very precious commodity in our hospital. We are so happy to see the donors who have come today to give us blood from the Seventh-day Adventist youth. We are hoping they are going to give us as much as possible so that we can sort out our patients in the hospital.
So do you feel that this event is going to help your hospital in one way or the other?
Yes, it will go a long way in assisting the patients who have been waiting to go for surgery, who have been waiting for blood, even those ones who want to deliver and they do not have enough blood. So this collection for this day is going to take us to higher heights.
Okay, what do you have to tell the citizen out there regarding the event that is happening here?
I will tell them and appeal to them that they should emulate the youth from the SDA church, because in every year we have a calendar with them whereby they bring up to 700 youth to donate blood for patients in the hospital. And during the school holidays like April, we usually have very few units of blood in the hospital. So as they come to donate during the holiday, it will boost our stocks in the blood transfusion unit.
Okay, what do you feel about donating blood to those who need your blood?
You know, our duty as Christians is to serve others, and in the slightest opportunity we get, we should always use it to be of help to others. And so if they need blood and I have it, the best thing to do is to share that little we have if it can save the life of another person who needs it.
It seems that you've already donated blood. What do you feel about it? What do you feel?
I'm feeling really fine because it's my first time donating blood. Actually, I've never had this experience before. It feels really amazing, you know, and like helping people out there. It feels so awesome. I'm really feeling fine.
What about the pain? Do you feel pain or anything else?
No, when I came here, I was so nervous. I thought I would feel a lot of pain, but it's nothing. Actually, I've not even felt any pain at all.
Yeah. So what do you feel participating in this activity of donating blood to Kenyatta National Hospital?
Okay, it's a nice activity, and people should engage in this more often so as to help those people who are really suffering in the hospitals because of lack of blood.
And after this site, they will go on that other site whereby they will rest, and also they will take soda, and they will be told what to go next. Reporting for Hope Channel, I'm Beatrice Mwadime.
Global Youth Day brings with it a whole sum of activities, and the youth right here in Nairobi, Kenya are not left out in being involved in making such a great history. The youth of Shauri Moyo SDA Church and Gong Hills Central SDA Church took a step in being the sermon at Nairobi Area Remand Prison. Jason Wekesa brings us the following report.
We are here at the industrial area prisons, and we are joined by the youth from Shauri Moyo SDA Church. Hello.
Hello to you. How are you?
We are very fine. Tell us why you're here.
We are here because of the Youth Global, which is going worldwide, and we want to reach all the people who are in need, the orphans, those who are in prisons, those who are hospitalized. We decided to come and see actually what is going outside. As Christians, we want to reach each and every person. And being that we are living in a world which is of sin, many are inside. And them being prisoners inside this world of prison, we are also prisoners of Christ. If we don't bring them to Christ, then what next?
How can you say that your ministering has impacted the prison?
It has, because we've gotten a lot of encouragement. And more so, as we are standing here, we have one of us who was inside here and is right now a church elder.
My name is Simon Gigimbira. I am a former remedy in this prison. Since I came in this prison, I got enough time to study the Bible and to think much about God. And so I joined Seventh-day Adventists in the prison. After that, I was baptized within the prison. After that, I was chosen to be a deacon. After that, assistant elder. And finally, I left the prison where I was the first elder for the Nairobi Remand and Allocation Prison Sabbath School. We are here being sponsored by New Life SDA Church in Nairobi. And what I can say now, I can say maybe there was a purpose for me to come in the prison, because before I came in the prison, I knew not more about God. But since I got in the prison, I got enough time, and I decided it is good to think more about God. And after studying with the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the prison, I became to know the Bible in the correct way and in correct manner, and that's why I decided to join the Seventh-day Adventist Church. At this time, I attend my services at Limuru SDA Church, and I know after prison I joined the church outside there in Limuru, and what I can say, I just congratulate the New Life SDA Church for the sponsorship of the prisons, and even the Shauri Moyo youth, who usually used to sponsor the prisoners, because even the prisoners, they need God and they need such services. So I can say thank you, even for the Hope Channel, for making the word being known in the world.
Okay, well, also in the group we are joined by one of the elders who are in charge of this prison from Nairobi New Life SDA Church. Hello, elder.
Hi.
Okay, from your church, we are seeing you have very many youth who have done a great job here. What have you been doing to them that you have been encouraging them in what way to make sure that they come out and do the preaching of the sermon to the world?
Actually, we've been speaking to youths and other groups who may have time just to come and share word of God in the prison. And in doing so, that will encourage other youths to just sit in the church without doing anything. Because in a church, you know, not everyone can serve. So we advise them to come over here and share with prisoners what they have. And that will be a good example to other youths who are out there. And in more doing so, I think most of them will become future leaders and preachers to other people as well. And that will actually bring them together, not to think of doing crime or other things, but just to depend on the word of God and make sure they spread it in prisons and other places as well. So they'll lead as examples.
It has been a successful day for the Global Youth Day here in Nairobi, Kenya. And the youth from some of the churches in Nairobi opted to come and worship with prisoners in industrial area prisons. And for Hope Channel Kenya, I'm Jason Wekesa.
Youth from Raraka Central SDA Church gathered today at Central Park in Nairobi to show acts of kindness to the street children in the city. Among these acts of kindness were clothes, food, and personal donations in those effects. Our reporter Cynthia Wambui was at Central Park and brings us the following report.
Global Youth Day took an interesting turn here at Central Park, Nairobi, where the youth from Raraka Central SDA Church engaged the street kids in the Word of God and shared with them a meal and also donated clothes, food and other various stuff.
Nimekuja na vijana wa Raraka Central kwa huduma ya kuwafikia wengi ambao 1 hawajamjua Kristo. 2 ni watu ambao wametengwa, hawana baba, hawana mama. Wakina mama na baba ni akina nani? Ikiwa sisi kama kanisa ni vizuri kuonyesha kanisa ya kwamba kuna watoto kule nje, kuna ambao hawajamjua Kristo kule nje, in all means, ili tuweze kuwafikia hawa watu. Ukiwaangalia na I hope mmewaona hata nyinyi, ni watu ambao wako na talents nyingi.
Kumimewadia, so you better know. Sararai, mwalegaie, sararai.
Wanaweza msifu Mungu, wanaweza soma neno, na hata wakifundishwa zaidi wanaweza kuwa na hamu ya kumtumikia huyu Yesu katika maisha yetu. So itakuwaje ikiwa sisi hatutawafikia, hatutafanya urafiki na wao? That's the reason why tumekuja.
Reporting for Hope Channel Kenya here at Central Park, Nairobi, I'm Cynthia Wambui.
Well, still at Central Park, pathfinders from Shauri Moyo Adventist Church also joined their counterparts Raraka Central Youth in showing acts of kindness to street families in Nairobi. Here is Cynthia Wambui once again with that report.
Pathfinders from Shauri Moyo SDA Church were not left behind during this Global Youth Day as they set out to spread the message of being the sermon at Central Park, Nairobi.
My name is Rose, a pathfinder from Shauri Moyo, Seventh-day Adventist Church. Today is Global Youth Day from Kenya. Now we've come to this place, Central, to come and share to the needless people, to share with the street children, to give them clothes, food, and teach them the word of God. By this, we'll reach out the world, and by this they'll be interested to know Jesus Christ more because of what you are doing. Thank you.
Nairobi Station Adventist Women Ministries gathered at Luna Park for worship and planning of the upcoming summit that will be held in Mombasa 12th April of this year. Our reporter Maureen Kwamboka was at the site and compiled the following report.
Nairobi Station Adventist Women Ministry worship today, 1st April 2017, at Luna Park in Nairobi. In attendance was Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero and other delegates. Also, Kajiado Choir was present and they graced occasion with beautiful songs. Adventist Women Ministry officials said they are women full of fire and ready to serve the Lord. They urge every woman out there to come and grace the occasion that will be held at Mombasa.
We must go and empower those women. Our own community people are suffering. Last week I was there in Mombasa. Carry your rice, carry your ungangano, carry your maize, carry everything. We must go and make a difference.
But the only way by which you can be able to reach other people is through the women ministries department. Kwa sababu idara hii ina wamama wengi na makanisa mengi imejaa na kina mama. Nyumbani wa mama, hospitalini wa mama. So it is good to be a woman. And I admire it. And I want to say, women ministries, we can change the world.
Maureen Kwamboka, reporting for Hope Channel Kenya.
Wow, welcome back. Thank you very much for that particular story, our sister Maureen Kwamboka. And now we are joined by the Nairobi Station youth leader. His name is Matthew Bundi, and he's here to share with us about how, generally about the Global Youth Day, how it was conducted this particular year here in Nairobi, East Kenya Union Conference. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Pleasure in mine.
Yeah, we are very happy to see you here. And maybe the first thing that we would want you to respond to is what was your general overview of how you conducted the GYD this particular day?
Thank you for the question. The general overview for how the Global Youth Day was for this year, the year 2017, is that we had anticipated to have the impact within the local churches. That's why we had to go and plan with the leaders from the local church level to the district level up to the station level, so that we can be able to have the greatest impact that we will be able to have for Christ, and to make people aware of the soon second coming of Christ. Maybe to give you just a philosophy of the Global Youth Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's about doing the little acts, the small acts of kindness in a greater way, so that the community around us can be made aware of this Christ whom we believe in. Because from the Great Commission, it's clear how Christ tells us, go ye forth and teach them.
Wow.
So that's the overview which guides us and keeps this spirit of the youth burning on.
So you feel that it was really conducted well in this particular year?
Yeah, this year it was conducted well, and we thank the leadership of the church for supporting us, starting from the conference level to the station, even to the local churches, the pastors, for holding us and giving us guidance. That's why we really feel it's been a success.
Well, the youth feeling involved this year. This year's Global Youth Day has seen a lot of youth being involved in different areas around the county. In your opinion, do you feel youths have been feeling involved, especially in regards to church organization and leadership?
Thank you for the question, Sally. Maybe just to give you an overview, the youth are really, they feel and they are involved in every stage of the planning. Because in the convention which we had back in February at Kisumu, the ECD convention, we were told that the hub of the local church, the hub of the youth ministry is at the local church. And the youth themselves, they have to be involved. That's why it's in the theme of total member involvement, we have the theme of total youth involvement. And we have to involve the youth so that they can feel part of this global mission that they have to impact the community around them and to give this message of Christ's second coming and the hope of his soon return.
And maybe we would like to, youths have various challenges, and when it comes to spreading the gospel, I believe that you still have also some challenges when it comes to that. I don't know what you feel. What are some of the challenges that youth out there from the church are facing that are hindering maybe the spread of the gospel and, being the disciples of Christ and ministering out to others?
All right, that's a good question. But I believe as leaders and as young adults being trained and being given this mantle of leadership, because the youth are the church of tomorrow.
Sure.
Maybe when we see the challenges, for example, it's resources which are required to use in ministry, we find they're scanty. But now the youth have to come up with mechanisms to solve these challenges. That's why I don't want to see them as challenges, but they're challenges. Finding resources to finance and to budget for the whole event, plus to bring together the youth for this common cause. It takes resources, time, and plus other factors which from the youth themselves, the commitment, the willingness. All this play a big role in having the youth to have a very good impact for Christ and to bring this message clearly into the communities around us. Yeah.
And you know, for quite a long time we've been having youth complain about being left out in, you know, she asked the question about being involved in ministry, and youths have been complaining that we are being left out when it comes to making decisions in the church. And you know, when it comes to the issue of the gospel, spreading the word, I believe that you also need to feel satisfied in us in the process of spreading this message. I don't know, as we speak, what are the new methods that you would want to be appreciated in the church, to be incorporated in the process of winning souls to Jesus Christ? Because I believe we have new methods that have come on board and some old ones. So youths want to feel that we need to bring up a new thing to bring more souls to Christ.
All right, thank you for the question. I could like to give this approach. In the global theme as a church, within the church, the theme of the power of one. And once we get to know where is our source of strength, if we think that I can do it by my own self, then you surely will fail. But within these challenges, the youth have to garner strength from the diversity, the challenges, and this will bring them together in God's work. Despite the challenges, the methods which are being embraced, we thank the General Conference leadership. In the convention, I remember it clearly, the Associative Director, Paco Mugwane, he talked about passing it on. And once the youth feel part of this mission of soul winning, then actually they channel their resources, their strength, their minds into this cause. And I believe once this pass it on initiative is ongoing, and the church in itself, from the General Conference, passing it on to the division, to the unions, to the conference, to the station, up to the local church, because the local church is the hub of the youth ministry, and we know once we empower all these levels of the ministry in God's work, then all these challenges will be a thing of the past. Yeah.
Well, and finally, now, what is your message to youth out there who, for one reason or the other, did not get involved but still want to, in their own way, put the fingerprint or the footprint on this Global Youth Day and in the gift of sharing kindness and donation and giving blood? What is your message to those youth out there who want to do something for Christ?
All right. Thank you for that question. The youth, in their own capacities, in their workplaces, in their homes, in the places of stay, the message I can give the youth this evening is, witnessing to Christ, it takes courage. It takes your determination, because I remember when going through my Bible study, Christ himself promised it won't be easy, but he'll be with us all the way. So for the youth, mission is sacrifice. You have to commit yourself to God's cause so that you can be able to win one and lose none and disciple all. So for the youth, within Nairobi Station, within the Central Kenya Conference, up to the topmost structure of the church, that we have to give it our all, because without any sacrifice you cannot get anything. So for the youth, in this course which are called to be together, we have to be in the power of one. And in the power of one, as we start this fire within us for mission, then I know Christ will come in and he will enable us, because he is with us all the way and he'll never abandon us.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew Bundi, for sharing with us. Of course, we are speaking with Matthew Bundi, the station leader, Nairobi Youth, and sharing with us extensively about the youth and, you know, the activity that they have been having, the Global Youth Day. And now we cross over to our international scene, and we start with Zimbabwe, where there was a blood donation, and we would say that in the Zimbabwe Union Conference, there were young people who visited hospitals and donated blood during their Global Youth Day. Take a look at this.
Blood drive theme for this year's Global Youth Day is yet another unique way for many young people across the world to at least express their compassion and kindness and be the sermon to such a desperate people who could be in dire need for blood transfusion. Human blood is no substitute. Requirement of safe blood is increasing, and regular voluntary blood donations are vital for blood transfusion services. In the Zimbabwe Union Conference, many young people see the importance of such a blood drive.
My friend had an incident where she actually needed a blood donor. So I decided to donate blood just because there are people out there like my friend who also need blood. So yeah.
You also have people like pregnant women who give birth and they need blood, but we tend to have blood shortages. So it's a good thing for young people to donate blood. It saves lives. And apart from just feeling good, I mean, you know you've done something for somebody somewhere out there, and that's a very precious thing.
Donated blood undergoes various tests like blood grouping, antibody detection, testing of infections like hepatitis, HIV and AIDS, malaria, and syphilis. The local youth ministries director sheds light on the importance of young people participating in the overall church programs.
I think that our young people need to participate. They are not supposed to be spectators, but there's a lot that is supposed to be done for Jesus to come. And Jesus has given us this commission that we need to preach. Besides preaching, there are a number of acts of mercy that we are supposed to do. And over and above all, a number of our people are leaving the church in their thousands. Why? Because most of them are not involved. They are not participating. Maybe if they participate, they can feel to be part of the church, which can help them also to grow spiritually as they help others.
The National Blood Service of Zimbabwe expresses their gratitude to the church's initiative aimed at augmenting the country's blood mobilization efforts.
The youth came in their numbers. We've had a very good response, and we are so happy to work with the Seventh-day Adventists.
Zimbabwe is among other southern African countries agonizing from the effects of blood shortage in national reserves. The blood drive theme for this year's Global Youth Day couldn't have come at a better time.
In other parts of Zimbabwe, young people went out of their way to give random acts of kindness in reaching the community with the little that God had given them. Here's what they did.
We are right here at Mzinyatin High School in the Escotini district, where the youth of the South Zimbabwe Conference are gathered to carry out acts of kindness for the 2017 Global Youth Day. And our major thrust for this year is the donation of the blood under the theme, Life is in the Blood.
I'm here to donate my blood. I feel it's something that I can also do for my Jesus to save somebody else's life.
It's important to donate blood so that we help other people who are less privileged, who need that blood.
At first we were scared, but now I feel good that I've donated.
We are pushing towards a drive to make sure that our blood banks, as we go towards the holidays, have enough blood so that people are saved.
Coupled with that activity, we are also distributing clothes to the community of Mzinyatini.
As you can see right here, people are receiving clothes. This is what has been done by South Zimbabwe Conference Youth. They gathered clothes for donations for people in this community so that they benefit.
What's wonderful about this is that it's the youth who have donated these clothes. They have decided to share what they have with the community of Mzinyatini. So we are taking from the scripture which says when Jesus is coming again, and he says in the book of Matthew chapter 25, he says that I was naked and you clothed me.
This is our way of preaching the gospel as Christ commanded us, and as one of our major thrusts in Revelation 14. As it turns around, this is what we are saying. We are being the same one. So we are saying to youth out there in the world, this is what we are supposed to be. We're supposed to be the same one everywhere we go.
So we are joining the world over to try and share what we have and show the world that people can be able to preach Christ through acts of kindness, to walk in the footsteps of Christ as he walked while he was on this earth, to show the love of Christ through the acts of kindness.
Also in this program, sanitary pads were donated for the girl child, seeing that most girls, when it's their monthly cycle, they are not able to come to school. So this is a thrust to make sure that they don't miss school at all.
Wow, great acts of kindness there from Zimbabwe. And now we move on to another place. And this is what happened at Shikala Cholohanga Hospital and the Central Hospital of Mambo in Zimbabwe when more than 3,000 youths visited to donate blood. Have a view of that.
GYD Global Youth Day. I am Dadinha Justo. It's been a wonderful day here in Shikala Cholohanga, a municipality of Wambu. More than 3,870 youth are here today. They have donated 22 liters of blood. We are here today in the Central Hospital of Wambu. Today, the Global Youth Day. We are here to donate blood for the people here in the hospital. We are here with all the youth, pathfinders, ambassadors, adventurers. We are all here to donate blood for the people. We are here because today is our special day. It's our day, the Youth Day. So we are here with the youth of Wambu Central, Benfica, and other districts that we have. We are having a great time here. We are singing and praying with all the patients here in the hospital. More than 500 youths have come to donate blood. However, the hospital only has conditions to accommodate 70 people. Up to this point, they have already donated 65 liters of blood. It's been a very great day.
É mais programa da Juventude Adventista do Sétimo Dia no Wambu. Hoje estamos todos aqui para testemunharmos trabalho, uma atividade de grande porte, que é a doação de sangue no Hospital Central do Wambu.
Dia Mundial da Juventude Adventista, somos irmãos, seres irmãos.
Wow, what a day that has been on the Global Youth Day. And of course, Sally, you see, we've really had a lot of youth getting involved in various kinds of activities across the country and the world, actually, locally and internationally. And you've seen that the youths are really committed into doing the work of God. They are really committed into this ministry. And I don't know, you know, for you, where were you today and what did you experience?
Today I managed to go to Central Park here in Nairobi. And it was an eye-opening experience for me, because there's only one thing these kids need, these street kids need, and all they need is love.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that they need.
More than food?
Well, of course they need food, and they need clothing, and they need the basic needs, which is really something that's important to them. But the number one thing that they need is love. They need that one person or those few people who are willing to share with them whatever it is that they have, to give them that hope that in this world, there's so many things that we can do. We are not left alone. We are not by ourselves. We do not feel neglected. So if we as youth can just gather together every month, at least once every month, and just meet with the street children and hear them out and see what they need, and maybe even provide those few basic needs like food, clothing, and basic essential items. Because these are street kids and they are with their families. Most of them were born in the street, and some of them will die in the streets, and they know nothing else. So if we can reach out to them in our own various ways, it will be something that will impact their lives tremendously.
And maybe just two questions. We usually meet these street families in the streets of Nairobi and other parts of the country, and sometimes we tend to assume them and say, oh no, I can't give even my coin. I don't know what you feel about that.
Well, people have different experiences. There's those people who genuinely need that 10 shillings.
Sure.
And then there's people who use that 10 shillings to buy glue and sniff glue, or to buy drugs and partake in those drugs, and you know,
misuse your hard-earned money.
Yes. And you as a person who has that 10 bob and probably needs it for whatever it is that you need it for, feeling okay, if I give you 10 bob, are you going to sniff glue, or are you actually going to use it to actually buy the food that you say you need? You know,
so is it my business to go inquiring, are you what are you going to use this money for, or
Well, inquiring would be a totally different story in itself. I think we as Christians, we just willingly give. That's
Doesn't matter how they use it.
Yes, if we willingly give, let's just give them that choice of, this is some I have given you from my heart.
Sure.
I hope you use it in the right way. Where were you today?
Yeah, I was at Kenyatta National Hospital, and by the way, it was a very great experience where Felix Adupa and Beatrice Mwadime were, and I really met a lot of people. I met youths from across Nairobi station. They were really willing to get involved in these particular acts of kindness, and you know, the blood that was donated, I could, you know, I stayed there for quite a long while, and I saw that there was a lot of blood that had been donated, and I feel, you know, it's really a good thing, a good feeling when you see that you are giving out blood to save. And we asked some of these people, I got to interact with them, and I asked them, what really motivates you to do such a thing? And he told me, by the fact that I'm going to save a life through my own blood. Yeah, you know, it's actually life that is coming out of you, but then it's being stored, and then life is put into another person, maybe just to interpret it in a person who has needs more life, because maybe theirs has gone down because blood is actually life. So it was really nice, and there are a lot of services and other activities. I really liked it. It was a great experience.
We should be having more of these things. And
yeah, I think we shouldn't really wait for Global Youth Day. We should do something at least
every single
quite
day.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, our youth from all over the county and all over the world for being involved in the Global Youth Day.
Yeah, and of course, great shout-outs to our executive producer, Madam Catherine Nontita, our producer, Labet Chacha, our director, Moses Odhiambo, Jason Wekesa, our director for this particular show, and of course, the camera people, Brother Ken Matoka and Maureen Komboka. Thank you very much for seeing this program go on air, and of course, we want to wish you all the best. We'll be bringing you more news as time goes by. So, God bless you. Thank you very much for viewing the Hope Channel Kenya News Desk.
Well, we'd really like to hear your feedback. Go on our Facebook page, Hope Channel Kenya, leave your comment there, tweet us on at Hope_Kenya, and visit our YouTube channel. Leave your comments. We'd like to know what you did on the Global Youth Day. I have been your host, Sally Oriko.
And I'm Nixon Rotemo.